Hey, it's John Hope Bryant, founder of Operation Hope and Bryant Group Ventures and the Promise Homes Company. And I'm here to talk to you about Up From Nothing, or a story from Up From Nothing, and to encourage you to go to Operation Hope and sign up for our Hope Business in the Box small business and entrepreneurship training. Sign up to the 1 Million Black Business Initiative, partner with Shopify, $130 million initiative to change your life. Let me tell you why you should think long and hard about the choices that you make from 9 years old to 90. So this is a really quick story that hopefully inspires your life. Is there a difference between being a small business owner and an entrepreneur? The answer is yes. Now, it's a modest difference, a subtle difference, but it's a major one. It's like saying that we're siblings, but we're not twins. We're twins, but we're not exact identical twins. It's like saying we're, first cousins, but we're not, siblings. We're related, but we're not that close. The analogy here is that a small business owner, in the book Up From Nothing, I talk about three mentalities: the surviving mentality, the thriving mentality, and the winning mentality. You don't want to have the surviving mentality, because that's being an expert at what you're against, not what you're for. You'll build no wealth, make no money. You won't do any better blaming your neighbor for your problems or being angry for a living. You got to figure out what you're for, not what you're against. So the big benefit of this book is getting your mind right and getting you into a situation where you take no for vitamins, and that you realize that success is going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm, where where nothing can stop you over, around it, through it. You're going to get to it. You're mentally conditioned to win. So the surviving mentality is out, right? The thriving mentality is basically a middle-class mentality. This is a small business owner, right? A small business owner and the thriving mentality lines right up. Also people in the thriving mentality mode tend to be middle-class income individuals, which is, by the way, the heart of America. It's what makes the country work. So what defines the thriving mentality, and why is that a small business owner and not an entrepreneur? This is the key point. A small business owner is really about being in the getting business. And it's primarily getting a way of life, getting cash flow, getting income. You hear somebody saying, I want to get paid. I want to make that money. I want to get that paper. That's the way they talked about in my neighborhood. I'm talking about a small business owner. They're trying to make profit. They're trying to get cash flow. Why do they want cash flow? They want way of life, station of living. They want to get a new boat. They want to get a new car. They want to get a new house. They want to get a vacation. They want to get a piece of that lifestyle. So the small business owner is looking for cash flow. Okay, nothing wrong with it. All good. By the way, that's different from building wealth. It doesn't mean you can't build wealth, but that's not the primary objective. The primary objective of a small business owner is to get a better standard of living than they had, I guess, working for somebody else, doing what they were doing before. They're trying to get up in life, get to do better, to get on with prosperity. Again, the best way to describe it is they're trying to get a standard of living. They want to be, you can become rich as a small business owner. Wealth is a whole nother thing. You build wealth in your sleep. That's about compounding. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So that is primarily what a small business owner wants to do. What are small businesses? Well, it's gas stations, it's convenience stores, it's grocery store owners, it's franchise store owners, there's a whole bunch, barbershop owners, a whole bunch of businesses. Now, here is primarily, it's like the restaurants. The majority of businesses in America are owned by small business owners. The second category in this example is three mentalities: surviving, thriving, and winning. But the second category between small business owners and entrepreneurs. An entrepreneur is a builder. So the small business owner is trying to get a station of life, get a standard of living. The entrepreneur is trying to build something. And an entrepreneur, in order to build something from scratch that didn't exist before, has to have a winning mentality. A winner essentially believed they were a winner before they ever won anything. They built it in their brain, their heart, and their spirit, and their soul before they ever built anything on the ground. All right. And it doesn't, you can build anything. You can build a reputation. You can build the best jump shot. You got to believe that Magic Johnson, who I just saw recently, had a winning mentality, or whoever your famous Hank Aaron, God rest his soul, who just passed on to glory, had a winning mentality, right? How do you keep swinging at the bat? You're Hank Aaron. You have the record for the most home runs, but you also have the record for the most strikeouts, unless you believe, right? So a winner believes. A winner is trying to build something. A winner has a winning mentality. So an entrepreneur is trying to build something from nothing. They're trying to create something that doesn't exist, that has value, right? Now, I didn't mention anything about money, cash flow, or any of that kind of stuff. That's not an entrepreneur's obsession. That is a small business owner's obsession. An entrepreneur is trying to build a network of daycare centers. They're trying to build a network of the biggest church. They're trying to build, the first widget, the first Google, the first Apple. The first nonprofit social investment bank, Operation Hope. Trying to build. With the enterprises that I've built in my ventures, and I built 40 so far, I didn't get up one time in the morning and said, ooh, how do I make some money? That was never my goal. Now, let's not be naive. If you build something and you create compounding of employees and infrastructure and systems, and it's flowing and going, is it going to throw off, in all likelihood, cash flow? Yes. So are you creating cash flow as you're building what I call enterprise value? The likelihood is yes. So you actually end up with cash flow as an entrepreneur if you do it right. But the founder of Amazon went I think a decade without a profit. I may be wrong about the exact number, but I know for a long time without a profit at all. He wasn't trying to build cash flow. He was trying to build something he thought the world needed. They actually went through several changes of the business plan at Amazon before it clicked. Same thing with Netflix, went through several iterations of the business plan before it clicked. So an entrepreneur is a building mentality. So I'm going to give you a quick personal story in my own life. I'm going to do this real quick. So I detail this in the book. So I'm 9 years old. I go to a financial literacy course in Compton, California, at Whaley Junior High Middle School. And Whaley Junior High, and the white banker teaching a financial literacy course. Second session, I raised my hand. Excuse me, sir, what do you do for a living? He said, sir, I'd never seen a white man in a suit unless it was a detective, and it was a really bad suit. This guy was wearing a good suit, and nobody was chasing him. I said, what do you do for a living? He said, young man, I'm a banker. I said, what's that? He said, young man, I'm a banker, and I finance entrepreneurs. I said, sir, I don't know what an entrepreneur is, but if you're financing them and it's legal, I'm going to be one. So I opened up the dictionary to the word entrepreneur. Yes, the dictionary. Now you just Google search something, but it's a dictionary back then. And somebody who built something from nothing, a French word. I looked around. I saw a small business owner who had a liquor store. He was selling candy. Went over there and said, Mr. Mack, you're selling the wrong kind of candy. He said, go away, little boy. I've got a college degree. I said, that's nice. I've got cavities. I'm telling you, selling the wrong kind of candy. He said, let me hire you as a salesman. You're a smart young man. I said, I don't want to be a salesman. He said, I'm going to give you pay top dollar. You have a good mouth. You can sell. I don't want to do that. I'm going to be a box boy. Worst job in there. I worked as a box boy at horrible wages as long as it took me to figure out he was running his business and where he was getting his inventory from and what the wholesale rate and the retail rate was and the profit margin. I quit. Went home, borrowed $40 from my mother, went to the same source that he got his candy, opened up the neighbor candy house on the way to school, put the liquor store out of the candy business, and on a $40 investment made a $300 a week profit. And that's who I am today. So there you go. You decide what you want to do. Both things are great. Be a business owner, be an entrepreneur, just be yourself, but build. Love and light, share, comment, follow, and go see Operation Hope. I'm out. John Hope Bryant.